Hold up. So you just got your CDL and you trying to find a good company for you. Or maybe you a truck driver already and you thinking about switching companies. Maybe I can give you some valuable advice. Hopefully you can learn something from this video. Hold up right quick though. Let me go ahead and park this truck so we can really talk about it. Get a pen and paper, notepad, something like that. Let's really get into it. Okay, so I tried to come up with a list of 5 things that you should consider when picking a trucking company for you. I kind of wrote some stuff down, but it is the spirit of the moment, so just bear with me, just rock with me. So starting with number 1, money. Of course, money is important. So with being number 1, I'll say you want to find a trucking company that, if you a new driver, I can't speak on experienced drivers because the more experience you get, your pay scale is going to go up. But if you're an experienced driver, to me personally, just my personal opinion, you should be making at least $1,000 out the gate as a new company driver. So even if you just got your CDL, I feel like you should be making $1,000. Like, bro, it's 2024. So I'm talking about, like, after taxes, you should be seeing to your bank account at least $1,000 a week. Sometimes if you coming off a home time, if you had like some problems with your truck, maybe you had to be in the shop, like, it's gonna be different factors. So it might not be $1,000 every week, it might be $800, $900, but you should be averaging around $1,000 minimum as a new driver, even if you just got your CDL. So I would say that would be number 1. Find a trucking company that's gonna pay you like a decent amount to where, I'm not going to even really speak on CPM, because CPM range from, like, some companies starting you off at 50 cent, 55 cent, this and that. And sometimes the CPM don't even matter if you're not getting the miles. So I would just focus on how many miles are going to be running a week, how many miles you're going to get, what's the CPM going to be, and then on average what your check going to be. It should be at least $1,000. So that should be the first thing, no less than $1,000. Like I said, give or take, it might differ some weeks, but you should be averaging around at least $1,000. And that's if you just got your CDL, you fresh out the gate, at least a stack a week. That's number 1. Boom. Okay, so number 2, I think, and then I'm doing this list is in order of importance, so I'm going from like the most important to the least important, I guess. So number 2, I'm gonna say good equipment and maintenance. So when I say that, meaning that, yo, you should have a truck that's running all the time. You should have a truck that's going to allow you to run up miles. If your truck constantly having problems, you constantly having breakdowns, you constantly on the side of the road, bro, that's not good. That's not good equipment, number 1. And then as far as maintenance, so for example, not to brag on my company because it's so many good companies out there, so I'm not even bragging or trying to flex with my company because there's so many good companies out there. You have to just find a company that works for you. My company, I feel like they're super good with the maintenance and their equipment, because it's trucking. You're gonna have issues here and there on the road, but it's about how your issues are resolved. My company has a bunch of terminals that have maintenance shops. They have different accounts with different, like right now I'm parked at Pilot, so they have like corporate accounts with Pilot, Loves, to where you can go get your tires changed. You don't have to pay, get oil changes. It's a bunch of just different stuff that you can get when you're on the road outside of being at the terminal. So when I say maintenance, meaning that if you having issues with your truck, you should pay attention to the company. How fast are they fixing your truck? How long do you have to stay in downtime? Are they getting you a hotel? Are they paying for you? Are they paying you while your truck broken down? Because if your truck broke down and you a company driver, at least, I'm just talking about company drivers specifically. If you're a company driver and your truck broke down, bro, you can't control that. And you don't want to just be sitting not getting paid. So does the company have breakdown pay? Will you get a hotel, and will you get paid while you in the hotel? Like, for example, my truck broke down 2 times while I was on the road. One time I got a hotel, they paid me $180 a day, I believe the breakdown pay is. I was in a hotel for like 3 days, so I got a free hotel, and then I got paid every day I was in the hotel as far as like breakdown pay. And then if y'all check, if some of y'all might know, if you really follow me, if you don't follow me, check out my trucking vlogs. I just got into, somebody hit my truck like a couple days ago. My company put my truck in the shop, took it to Peterbilt, put my truck in the shop, and then they got me a loaner truck. So right now the truck I'm in, like right now, this not even my truck, it's a loaner truck. They were basically, I was just like, yo, bro, I'm trying to run it up. I'm not trying to be sitting. The 180 cool, but bro, I'm trying to pick up loads and drop off loads so I can get the big bucks. So they like, I'm like, yo, I don't really want to be sitting. They like, yo, we got you. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna get you a loaner truck. We're gonna get your truck fixed, and while the truck is being fixed, you will have a loaner truck. That way it won't stop you from getting to the bag, to the money. So again, good equipment, good maintenance. You have to pay attention to that and ask questions about that when you're talking to these trucking companies. That's number 2. All right, boom. So number 3. Number 3 is home time. I'm gonna say home time. This one is kind of different based off your situation because everybody different. For example, myself, bro, I don't have no girlfriend, I don't have no wife, I don't have no kids. Like, I don't really have no personal stuff going on. Like, I got like situations, and you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, but it ain't nothing serious, nothing I'm really committed to. So when I say home time, you have to find like a company in home time that work for you specifically. Like, if you married, you got family, you got kids, you got situations, just different things of that nature. What I would say is, when you're talking to these companies, find out what the home time is before you commit to them or before you go to them. A lot of companies only give you 1 day of home time. Forgive me, I keep looking up. I'm at a truck stop at Pilot. I'm trying to make sure nobody don't hit my truck. But yeah, so like, for example, a lot of companies, they only give you 1 week of home time for every week that you out on the road. So let me take my time when I say this. I want to like really break this down kind of. So let's say if you out for 1 week, 7 days, you accumulated 1 day of home time. Let's say you out for 2 weeks, you accumulated 2 days of home time. So if, let's say you out for 2 weeks and you want to go home, the company will only want you to go home for 2 days because technically you are only out for 2 weeks and you only get 1 day of home time for each week that you out. So if you out for 4 weeks, that's a month most of the time. Some companies only want you to go home for 4 days and you've been out on the road for a whole month. So I'm going home for 4 days even though I've been on the road for a whole month. That might work for some people, that might not work for some people. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that don't work for me personally. Like, bro, when I want to go home, I want to go home for however long I want to go home. I want to be able to do what I want to do, and I don't want to be like constrained to like a schedule based off what the company think. So again, it doesn't always work out in your favor, but that's why you have to do your research. You have to call around, you have to ask questions. The company I'm with now, Magnum, bro, they let you go home as long as you want to go home. I'm dead serious. This is no cap, no lies. If you want to go home for 60 days, 90 days, bro, however long you want to go home, you can go home for however long you want to go home. They don't put any constraints on your schedule when you're on home time. They literally told us your vacation time is your vacation time. You can go home for however long you want. That works for me personally. Some stuff, like I said, the 1 day a week might work for some people, it might not. But man, when you calling these companies, find out what the home time is. Find out what it's like when you at home. My company not calling me when I'm at home on vacation saying, yo, when you coming back, can you come back? It ain't none of that. I put my home time in for the day I want to leave. I put my home time in for the day I want to come back. They don't call me until the day before. They don't call me until the day before I'm supposed to come back. So if I'm supposed to come back on the 2nd, they'll call me on the 1st and say, hey, Anthony, literally, quote unquote, hey, Anthony, are you ready to come back on the road? Yes or no? If you are, okay, cool. These are the loads that we have. What are you interested in? Okay, cool. We sending that load to you. Pick it up tomorrow. It done been times when they done called me and I'm supposed to go back tomorrow. Hey, Anthony, are you ready to come back? You supposed to come back tomorrow. To be honest with y'all, I'm not ready to come back. Can I take like an extra day, an extra 2 days? They're not tripping. They're not pressing me about it. It ain't no write-ups. It ain't none of that. So again, my company just works like that. I'm not saying all companies like that. Some companies might be like that, but it's up to you to do your research and to call around and ask these questions when you're talking to the recruiters, when you're talking to the people that's in charge of the recruitment office or the company. Just ask these questions and try to get direct and straightforward answers about these things. That's number 3, home time. Let's keep it rolling. Number 4. Okay, so number 4, this one is good communication. So you want to find a company that has good communication. When I mean by that, for example, something I didn't realize I got on the road, why this is important. Bro, when you're going to shippers and receivers, like right now, I drive a reefer trailer. So my trailer is a reefer. I can pick up dry goods, dry loads, refrigerated loads, just different type of loads, milk, dairy products, meat, all type of stuff, just different products that I can pick up outside of just like dry loads, paper towels, toilet paper, just things of that nature. A lot of times when you're doing reefer loads, you have some crazy appointment times. I'm getting appointment times, drop off 2 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, pick up 3 o'clock in the morning, pick up 4. So some of the appointments when you're doing reefer loads are super crazy. And sometimes it's just inevitable. You're gonna go to shippers or receivers and you're gonna have issues. The pickup number might be wrong. They might be saying your appointment is a different day or a different time. You might need to get a lumper fee to like pay somebody or pay for them loading your trailer or unloading your trailer. Just different things of that nature, a bunch of different stuff. Bro, when you're out there, you wanna make sure that when you call in your company and asking questions or if you have concerns, issues, they're picking up the phone. Bro, you don't want to be out on the road picking up a load, dropping off a load, you run into an issue, you can't get nobody on the phone, nobody answering. Bro, I done been in those positions and it sucks, bro, to feel like you out here and you don't have any communication, nobody's out here to help you. That feeling sucks. So you have to make sure that the company you're gonna go with or that you're gonna choose, they have some form of good communication. For example, my company, they have something called 24/7 dispatch and like 24/7 like a call service. So even when the business hours are closed, you can call at any time and talk to somebody on the phone and let them know what issues you having and they'll help you out. And that's just super useful. Like to know that I can call at any time and get help with what I'm doing, that makes me feel like that gives you like some sort of like peace on the road, that if I run into something, I know I can always pick up the phone and call somebody and they're gonna be there 24/7. Not all companies like that, some companies like that, but I'm just telling you that make sure that you're choosing a company that has good communication. Because let's say you broke down on the side of the road, you get a flat tire, your tire go out, your engine shut down, etc., etc. Like stuff happens on the road. Bro, you don't want to be on the side of these interstates, these highways, trying to call somebody on the phone and they not answering. Like, bro, do you know how that feels? Think about it. Like, really think about that. You on the side of the road trying to call somebody to get some help with your situation, you can't get in contact with nobody. That'll have you thinking crazy, like maybe wanting to quit, maybe wanting to leave. Like I done seen people, I done heard about situations, I done seen stuff even on YouTube. That'd be a big reason why a lot of people quit. Bro, when you can't get communication for somebody and you're going through like a real situation, that'll have you thinking crazy. So make sure that whatever company you choose to go with, ask them how the communication is. Ask them, do they have 24/7 dispatch? Do they have 24/7 customer service? Can I call at any time and get in touch with somebody if I'm having issues? Bro, make sure you asking those questions because that's super important. That's number 4, good communication. Let's keep rolling. Number 5. Okay, so number 5, this one is kind of like the last one, and then I have some follow-up stuff I want to tell y'all too. All right, so number 5. This one kind of like, it just depends, but I would personally, after being on the road for like a year truck driving, I would personally ask this question if I was starting over again or if I was switching companies, because after being on the road, I realized this. Number 5, do you have dedicated freight, dedicated lanes, dedicated customers, or are you guys just booking loads off of a load board or just off of a load board? So for example, let me break that down. Some companies have dedicated customers, or they have companies that they do business with that they're just contracted with, that they're always gonna have freight coming back and forth. So they have dedicated customers, they have dedicated lanes, they have dedicated companies that they just do business with. No matter what the trucking market is doing, they're gonna always have freight to run back and forth because they're contracted with these companies. So like my company, for example, it's places that I go all the time back and forth, and I literally know the routes by like off the top of my head, because my company is always sending me there back and forth, because this is a dedicated customer that my company is doing business with. They have a dedicated contract. I'm not sure how long the contract is, but they always have freight running back and forth from like specific customers. If you get with a company, most of the time it's like smaller companies, which isn't bad, but sometimes these companies, they only are booking loads off of the load boards. And if some people know, like I study the trucking market, the trucking industry, I pay attention to it. Bro, when freight gets slow, the load board gets super competitive. Customers, different trucking companies, they're competing for the same freight, and they're basically trying to lowball and low bid each other. It can get to the point to where the company that you with they're not getting any freight. They can't find any freight for a good price. They're not really making any money. And that might fall back on you because you're not getting any loads because they can't find any competitive rates to get you a load on the road. So for example, I done seen people, even on YouTube, they be sitting for days at a time because the company that they with can't find a decent load to get them out of a certain area, and they're just sitting. That affects your pocket. So again, I would do some research on this if you new to trucking or if you want to get into trucking. Find out what dedicated freight is. Find out what dedicated lanes is. Because if you get with a company that has dedicated freight and dedicated lanes, nothing is a guarantee, but you can almost guarantee that you're going to always have miles to run because these companies have dedicated contracts and they have to be picking up and dropping off loads because they're contracted with these specific shippers and receivers. So just make sure, or just ask these questions when you're talking to these companies. So that would be number 5. Now let me tell y'all what I would do if I was new and I was just starting with trucking. Bro, I would literally pick up the phone when I'm calling companies. Like when I first started trucking, bro, I had a list. I'm just calling companies. Hey, my name is Anthony. I'm from Florida. I'm a new CDL holder. Cool. Do you guys take... Hold on right quick. My mama calling me right quick. Hold on. Yeah, I'm recording a YouTube video, ma. Yeah, let me call you back as soon as I get done recording the video. All right, love you. Bye. Shout out to my mama, man. Love you, ma. So yeah, so this what I would do. Boom. This what I would do. Hey, my name is Anthony. I'm from Florida. I'm a new CDL holder. Do you guys take, first off, do you guys take new CDL holders? Yes or no? Because that's gonna let you know right there if you need to end the conversation. No, we don't take new CDL holders. You need a year experience. Thank you for your time. Click. I'm not on to the next. Hey, this is Anthony. I'm from Florida. Just got my CDL. Do you guys take new CDL holders? No? Click. On to the next. Hey, this is Anthony. Do you guys take new CDL holders? Yes, you do. Okay, perfect. My next question. What will be my pay coming in as a new truck driver? Okay, cool. What's the home time like at the company? Okay, cool. I'm writing this stuff down. Hey, by the way, would you happen to know if the company has dedicated freight? Okay, cool. Does the company have dedicated lanes? Okay, cool. Perfect. And like I said, man, you're asking these questions like, bro, I was literally, bro, before I got with the company I'm with now, bro, I probably called at least 30 companies. Like, I got so efficient at doing it. I was like a machine. Like, I was literally picking up the phone, hanging up the phone, picking up the phone, hanging up the phone. And I was doing my research on the companies that I was calling to see who I could potentially go with based off the answers and responses that I was getting. So that's what I would do, man. Have a notepad, have a pen, call these companies and find out, ask these questions to see, don't see if the company fits you. See if the company fits you, of course, but also see if you fit the company, because not only are they going to be interviewing you, you need to interview them too. You don't want to just jump into a trucking situation and then you out on the road and you get stuck in a situation with a company that you don't like. Now you're trying to figure out how you can quit, switch companies, and that's just going to waste time and most importantly, waste money. Switching companies, paperwork, like, don't do that. Do your research the first time around. Find a company that fits you and rock and roll with them boys and run up that bag. The company I'm with now is the company that took me straight out of CDL school. I've been with them boys for a whole year, and listen, I'm getting to that chicken bag. Like, I'm running up a bag and I'm comfortable with the company that I'm with now. I can switch and go to other companies that say, hey, we'll pay you this or we'll pay you that. The company I'm with now, I'm comfortable with them. I'm making money with them. I like the home schedule. I like the way the communication is. It fits my needs specifically for me personally. You have to find a company that works for you and a company that's going to satisfy your wants and needs, and vice versa. You will be able to satisfy what they want you to do. It's like a two-way street with trucking. Don't just get into something just to say, hey, I'm in trucking, and then you end up hating it. Don't do that. Okay, and I also want to say, no offense to anybody, and everybody different. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but listen, it's 2024. This is some free game. If a company is sending you a bus ticket to come on board with them, I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world, but you might want to pay attention. That might be a red flag a little bit, because it's like, yo, it's 2024. I can't get no flight. I'm just saying, bro, don't kill a messenger. Just pay attention to that. You don't want a company that's already cutting corners that in the beginning already, like, bro, bus ticket, again, don't kill a messenger. I'm just saying, taking into consideration, it's 2024, bro. A bus ticket, I don't know. A lot of y'all know me that follow me, man. Y'all know I make vlogs. I'm getting better at making vlogs every day. That's what I do. But man, sometimes I'll be wanting to just jump on camera and talk with the people, man. Just get on here and have a conversation with y'all. So I hope somebody out there, even if it's only one person that literally learned something valuable from this, but that would do me justice. So, and if I miss something, because I know, like, I don't have all the information, I'm still learning. So if I miss something and you have something to add, any advice, any free game, leave it down in the comments, man. Like, hopefully this video could be a video that people can always come back to and just watch the video, and even go down in the comments and read stuff and just learn and get some valuable knowledge that they can take with them and help them on their journey. Like, that's my point in the video, man. So it's your boy Anthony Ways, man. I'll catch y'all on the next vlog, next video. Till next time, let's go.